folks like my mother, a person with a GED, didn't have much of a chance. And that I watched countless people around me sort of strive for more and get swallowed back in by the wider system. And that the system itself was poorly structured. And I think that led me to be susceptible to, I think, some pretty far left political opinions pretty early in my life. And when I started to learn about Noam Chomsky and Howard Zinn and Richard Wolff, and I don't think there was ever a point in my life where I would have called myself a socialist, but I think in certain respects, I held some of those opinions back, especially when I was back in college. I was also hyper partisan, and I love to argue. I love to in debate, and I love to talk politics, and all those things. I bought in that, as one of the few from my family to go into the classic system and become a college student at a 4-year university, Niagara University, and as a rebellious, stubborn, um, driven, highly opinionated young guy with increasingly skewed politics at a conservative campus, I found myself, you know, leaning into a lot of the stuff that I just described. And at one point, I believe it would have to have been my sophomore or junior year. It was 2004. I was the guy with the John Kerry sign outside my dorm room. It was on my dorm room window. I was a guy who one of the few people on my campus who was protesting the Iraq War. I found myself going home and hanging out with anarchists and with socialists and lefties of all sorts. And I love a lot of these people. I think I think a lot of them have good hearts, whether I agree with their politics or not. And but I think at that point I probably would have called myself a Democrat or a liberal or very liberal, as I think I was on my Facebook profile at one point.